What's going on, guys? You know who it is. Ali here, back with another video. First of all, I want to say that I freaking love Canada, man. I lost my phone for like the third time in like a couple months, and every time somebody finds it, and they find me and they message me, and it just blows me away that people are that kind and that thoughtful. Contrast it with how I lived in Jordan. When I used to live in Jordan, I'll leave my phone for 2 seconds, on a table and look away, and somebody would have taken that phone and it would have been sold on the black market and it's gone. So just very appreciative to be living in such a beautiful country where people are that kind and that generous. Anyways, to get into today's video, I want to talk about why women are more successful than men, right? And I could already see some heads turning, going like, what do you mean? Like, how are women more successful than men? Men, it's a man's world. Men are the ones that built empires and they built the buildings and they built the world that we live in. There's that lyric from James Brown. He says it's a man's world, but it won't be nothing without a woman or a girl. And it's true, it is a man's world. However, when I say success, I don't mean just superficial success, just surface level success, because a lot of men and women are have that surface level success, but they don't have it all, right? The fulfillment, the relationships, the health, and that's what I want to aspire to be, right? I want to have the whole package, right? And why I say women are going to be more successful than men is because women are more attuned to their emotions, and that is their vibrational state, right? So women are more attuned to that vibrational state, and when you read more into self-development and you find out really how the world works on the universal laws and the laws of success, you start to realize that one of the laws is the law of vibration, which means it is how you feel, right? And this is not just some hippie nonsense. If you scan a body, you can see that body emits a certain radiation, emits a certain vibration. So this is nothing new. It's just that we haven't been taught to think of things that way, right? We haven't been taught to look for those things. And when I learned about this, I started to look for it, and I started to become more of an empath, I started to be able to read people more, and it became a bit overwhelming at first, because you start to realize nobody you meet is really happy. Obviously that's a vast generalization, but the masses aren't really happy. They're doing things they don't like to go on, to go on living, and they're not happy, and they don't even realize that they're not happy. They're just going, oh, I'm putting in my time at work, and I'm just doing what everybody else is doing. Anytime you're doing what everybody else is doing, you need to check yourself. Anyways, it can be a bit overwhelming at first, but then you start to realize, this is a superpower and I should embrace it. And you embrace it by knowing which people to be around, which environment to be around. Part of the reason I make my videos in nature is because there's a peaceful vibration in nature, right? I I used to work at a head shop, at a smoke shop before, and you know, in the midst of downtown and the chaos and you know, people drinking and partying and all that stuff. And when I would get done with work, the first thing I would do after locking up the store is going to nature, going to the park next to it, right? And just take a breather. Whew. And all of a sudden, like 10 minutes, I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling better. I don't feel like I want a drink or I want a cigarette or anything like that. So vibration and your emotional well-being is very, very important to attract the success you want, to have a better sense of fulfillment, right? You know, and women are more attuned to that. It doesn't mean that men can't have the superpower, right? Like I was telling you earlier, like, you know, I got that superpower and I became attuned to it, and it was amazing. So once I realized that that's a superpower, you know, I embraced it more, and I knew which environment to be in. So being in a good environment is very, very crucial to your success, and it's very crucial to not be hustled, basically, right? A lot of the world is trying to hustle you and scam you, but if you're attuned to that vibration, you look past the words that they tell you, right? And it becomes harder for somebody to scam you. And you know, that's just all from my experience. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up, comment, let me know what you're thinking, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.